Hello there and welcome back to my daily videos. Today we are doing the lesson 64 in A Course in Miracle. Today the text it's a bit long, so please stay until the end and please have patience with my pronunciation. I'm doing my best. So this lesson says, let me not forget my function. This lesson reminds us that the ego constantly distracts us with other functions, controlling outcome, seeking approval, defending ourselves. These are substitutes that lead to conflict and forgetfulness. But our true function, the only one that brings peace, is forgiveness. So that is the main idea of the lesson. Let's go to the text. The purpose of the word you see is to obscure your function of forgiveness and provide you with that justification for forgetting it. It is the temptation to abound God and His Son by taking on physical appearance. Nothing that body's eyes seem to see can be anything but a form of temptation. Since this was the purpose of the body itself, yet we have learned that the Holy Spirit has another use for all the illusions you have made, and therefore He sees another purpose in them. The Holy Spirit, the Word, is a place where you learn to forgive yourself what you think as your own sins. In this perception, the physical appearance of temptation becomes the spiritual recognition of salvation. To review our last few lessons, your function here is to be the light of the world, a function given you by God. It is only the arrogance of the ego that leads you to question this, and only the fear of the ego that induces you to regard yourself as unworthy of the task assigned to you by God Himself. The word's salvation awaits your forgiveness, because through it does the Son of God escape from all illusions, and thus for all temptation. The Son of God is you. Only by fulfilling the function given you by God will you be happy. That is because your function is to be happy by using the means by which happiness becomes inevitable. There is no other way. Therefore, every time you choose whether or not to fulfill your function, you are really choosing whether or not to be happy. Let us remember this today. This is going to be our remind throughout the day. Let us remind ourselves of it in the morning and again at night, and all through the day as well. Prepare yourself in advance for all the decisions you will make today by remembering they are already very simple. Each one will lead to happiness or unhappiness. Can such a simple decision really be difficult to make? Let not the form of the decision deceive you. Complexity of form does not imply complexity of content. It is impossible that any decision on earth can have a content different from just this one simple choice. That is the only choice the Holy Spirit sees. Therefore, it is the only choice there is. Today, then, let us practice with these thoughts. Let me not forget my function. Let me not try to substitute mine for God's. Let me forgive and be happy. At least once devoted 10 or 15 minutes today to reflecting on this with closed eyes. Related thought will come to help you if you remember the crucial importance of your function to you and to the world. In the frequent application of today's idea throughout the day, devote several minutes to reviewing this thought and then thinking about them and about nothing else. This will be difficult at first, particularly since you are not proficient in the mind discipline that is required. You may need to repeat, "Let me not forget my function," quite often to help you concentrate. 2 forms of shorter practice periods are required. At time, do the exercise with your eyes closed, trying to concentrate on the thought you are using. At the other times, keep your eyes open after reviewing the thoughts, and then look slowly and unselectively around you, telling yourself, "This is the world, it is my function to save." So this lesson, it's coming back to the usual practice throughout the day, because the ego is very, very smart, and if you don't pay attention what is going on in our mind, the ego is doing his own task and make believe us that we are separate, that we are victim of our situation, that we are, I don't know, poor people suffering. Sorry, my phone storage is full again, my gosh. So this is the practice for today, and I hope that you are doing super well the practice. Let me know in the comments or whatever you want to share with me. I am open to receive any opinion. So this is my lesson for today. Thank you very much, and I see you tomorrow in another daily videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.